Hey everyone, just thought I'd put this quick video together just to explain a bit more about the training course. There's been a few questions come through on why and what does it involve. So I thought I'd give you a bit more info. Basically the why is in talking with everyone across the industry, there's still no real acceptance or faith in the RTO courses that are out there. It keeps getting brought up in legal cases as well. The amount of training, the type of training, the QA systems and things like that are always the first things to get questioned whenever there's a pole failure that has severe consequences. So basically, this is a course that we developed for a few of our customers in New Zealand first. It's based on a lot of the different inspection methods that I've been involved in from around Australia and New Zealand, and it is designed to give the inspectors a thorough sort of first principles understanding of why they're doing what they're doing. There's a lot of visual examples in it, and there's a lot of focus on the actual getting the inspector to have some faith in what they are seeing. We myth bust a lot of the poor practices that are out there. We do cover all the sound, dig and drill techniques. We give a bit of background into why you take certain measurements, how to take the measurements, what to look out for in addition to those measurements as well. So it's designed to give a really good fundamental understanding of what's expected of you when you're out in the field, to be able to condemn a pole, or conversely to allow it to remain in service for another inspection cycle. So we cover all sorts of different materials: steel, concrete, fiberglass and wood. We cover the pole top hardware, we cover the conductors, and the attachments, the stays, things like that. There's examples all the way along. There's just enough theory to give just that fundamental understanding of why certain measurements are taken. There is a little bit on the loading side as well, just so that the inspectors have more of an idea of the criticality of an asset. We talk about sort of relative defect ratings as well, so relative severities of different defects, and we cover basic risk assessment processes. One of the big differences between this course and the RTO course is that we can tailor it quite easily to meet specific utilities needs. The other big difference is you're actually going to be trained by someone with plenty of experience in the industry and experience in the process that occurs when something actually goes wrong. Whereas with the RTO courses, you can be trained by anyone. They don't have to have any particular experience. There's also a number of NDT techniques that we touch on. There's a whole host of steel. We mention a fiberglass one. I don't think it's really ready for poles yet, but we keep the guys informed. And we obviously cover all the different timber inspection techniques, and not just the ones that Revo Group sell. We cover all of them. So you end up with a pretty broad understanding of just what's out there, how to use the different techniques, when to use different techniques, but primarily you walk away knowing that the different types of defects that are possible with all the different pole types and how severe they actually are, so that when you're inspecting, you can be confident about whether or not that pole can stay in for another inspection cycle or not. A big benefit to this is going to be long term, is we're going to have a couple of closed Facebook and LinkedIn groups that will be available to people that have done the training course to basically share any questions, ask questions of us anytime they want, share any interesting things they find, and basically just talk amongst yourselves so that there's a common place where pole inspectors can go to share knowledge. So yes, we realise there's no formal qualification, I guess, no RTO certificate that you're going to get out of it. You will get a certificate saying that you've completed the course and that you've passed, if you pass. Anyone from the utilities that wants to come along and try this course, I guarantee you will learn something from it that you can take back and implement. But we're more than happy to have even just a couple of guys from the utilities come along to these first few, just to get an idea of what it's about, and then you can make an assessment as to whether or not you want the rest of your team to come along to one of the future ones. That's what it's about. Hope this gives a bit of clarity. If there's any questions, feel free to post them below or send us an email. Look forward to seeing you in the course. Cheers.